couple of losses and all those stuff, and you just, you decide to say, oh, this is not for me. No. You've got to learn to solve problems. You've got to learn the heart. And Rome was never built in a day. You've got to learn the heart. You're going to make a whole lot of errors. You're going to make a whole lot of mistakes. But mistakes are part of the journey. All right? But learning to reduce and minimize your mistake is the rule of the game. You get that? So from the scripture I earlier showed you, I was able to coin 4 laws of business. It talks about being fruitful, give them a mandate, give man a mandate, being fruitful, and this is going to be productive. You see that? You have to be productive. A nation's wealth is measured by gross domestic product, the aggregate of the accumulation of what you and I are doing. A nation that will not have average of the citizen gainfully employed will be a very poor nation, a poor state that will be at the mercies of. That's why a reasonable nation will promote and create an enabling environment for an average citizen to be gainfully employed. So everybody has to be next stage. If you understand this, you will understand the holistic, the strategy, that is embedded in building a business, or strategies that are embedded in building businesses. Okay, you've got to be fruitful. 2, you've got to multiply. Being able to reproduce your business a million more times is very essential to your success in business. What you cannot multiply, you cannot succeed in. Not only is it enough for you to be fruitful, you must learn to multiply. Okay? You must learn to multiply. Extend your reach. Having become successful in one locality. Now, you need to consolidate on that gain to extend your tentacles. That brings about multiplication. And the purpose of it, you will see it in the next point. Then you replenish. Before you can move from point A to point B, you must have developed a system of distribution. You must have developed a system of distribution. So much so that, the valuation is created in such a way that from the point of, from the product cycles down to, picking it up from the companies or from the key distributors down to the consumers. Even from the company to key distributors, from key distributors down to the consumers. This is very essential. Then subdue. You control the market. If you do not control, you have to learn to control the market. If you do not control your market, you will die poor. Subdue means when anybody wants a product of yours, you are the first person they think of. How irreplaceable have you become in that your business? How irreplaceable have you become? What is your uniqueness? What is your unique selling point that stand you out and that will make a customer to always come to meet you? This is very important. And I try to, for me to drive home the point, I pick a law from a law written, of course, enacted or generated by Nightingale. It's an American, public speaker, an entrepreneur. He's an amazing person. He was an amazing personality. He said that if the demand for what you do is equals to A, and how well you do it is B, and if the difficulty of replacing you is C, then the equation, how much you will earn, your level of turnover, your level of income is equals to A times B times C. Can you see that? Beautiful equation. That is, the demand for your product and how well the quality of your product and how difficult it is to replace you. You have gained dominance. Oh my God. So that leads to amazing wealth for you, or income or revenue. So to increase the income, you've got to increase B and C ceaselessly. You have to continue to increase it ceaselessly. You don't have to stop. You don't have to stop improving on your business. You don't have to stop, creating demanded product required by the society, always solving their problem. And you don't have to stop improving on yourself to the extent that you are irreplaceable. But, achieving growth in income, is that success? That's not really success. Growing your income or revenue does not mean you are successful. Both progress and success. Increasing your materialistic possession in every way is growth. Yes. Then growth when it is aided by ethics. Can you see? When you are guided by principles, by values within, enshrine or that require values within your discipline that you need to imbibe. So the growth, what is the essence of you establishing a business in an environment where you are not ethical, you're not ethical. Your mannerisms, you are very unprofessional. It doesn't bring about progress. It doesn't. Even though you enjoy increase in sales the next year or increase in profits, but you are not being ethical, that cannot lead to growth. Okay? It is when, that cannot lead to progress. It is when your progress is aided by your ethics. That's when progress is achieved. And when progress is mixed with humanity, morality, and spirituality, that's when success is achieved. I want to just, this is the aspect of the business, and I hope you can do screenshot of what I'm doing, or possibly I can send this, but I want to go beyond this level. I want to make it so quickly round up so that I can, there's a place I want to focus on that you and I need, especially if we are starting small in businesses. We don't have the financial wherewithal to have an advantage over competitors around us. What can we use? I'm going to go to that area. But this aspect, I'll move to the next level, which is the management aspect of it. If you remember the equation, you plus business, a business well managed. Okay? So equals success. So let's look at functions. I'll just summarize that so that we can leave this. We can quickly move to the final stage. Functions of management. Of course, planning involves the planning of decision making. Planning is one of the functions. There are 4 functions: planning, organizing, leading, controlling. Planning can be quantitative and it can be qualitative. Okay? And the quantitative aspect, we're talking about budgeting. We're talking about cash flow forecast. These you need to look out these are the skill set that you need to learn. You can even get this, get to school to learn all those things. Sales forecast, generating sales for the next year. Maybe you achieve 20 million this year, then it's you want to add additional 50% or 10%. So you have to work on that annually based on your workforce divided by monthly and weekdays. All this will drive growth in your business. Planning is very essential. Organizing includes appropriate coordination between planning and resources. This has to do with coordination. And we're talking about leading, right staffing, getting the right people. This is the area where many people lead. We are getting it right or wrong. We want to start because you want to start, you feel like, the least focus should be on human capital. Human capital is the most essential, one of the most essential factors in business. It is very, very essential. Getting the right person, experience, and leveraging on their expertise, leveraging on their experiences is critical to your success in business. With management in this case, I've been able to do based on expected results goal. Okay, what have you been able to do? Developing a KPI, key performance indicator, to make the person, your staff, know that you are on top of your game. So there is no room for idleness. So this has to do with the management. You have to learn. We go to school for that. That's the reason why you have to educate yourself. Go to school. Business schools will help you. There are a lot of schools you can even enroll online too. Good schools really help you in helping you to fine-tune your management skill. Then let's look at the final point, which is some of you here, you don't have the capital, you don't have the resources. I mean, the capital required to compete with, big companies within the industry you want to operate, or within the market you're operating, but can you leverage? Can you use systems of advantage? How much can you use system of advantage? What are systems of advantage? Their attitudes, mannerisms. This is number one part is the abstract forms of system of advantage. And these are attitudes, mannerism, actions, and disposition that magnetize favor to us. Wow. One of it is honor. Honor. Maybe in that place of work for you. Maybe in that network of businessmen and women. You are just distinguished. Your mannerism, how polite you are, opens doors. This is an age where we're having decadency in morality, but you stand out. Your morals, how you honor that person, not thinking that because you are in the business on the round table with different CEOs, you are just coming up because your name, the title of CEO, you back the title of CEO. You don't know your mates. That there are some people who have been in the business before you. So you think you can raise your shoulder. How can you honor? How your level of honor will open door for you anywhere in the world, no matter how difficult is the door. How difficult is is the environment within which you are operating. Honor is a key that will unlock doors of opportunities and favor for you. These are abstract. You have to work on yourself. Don't forget, your business is a reflection of yourself, personality. How polite you are. They say administrators don't forgive. But it does not mean that administration does not have emotion. Yes, administration is driven by core and values. Is there flexibility in your business? Okay? That reflects your personality. You see that? Another system of advantage is leverage. The forward concept of leverage has the power to get you more time, better fitness, career development, business success, financial freedom, and relationship contentment. Despite these benefits, most of us don't utilize leverage in business or personal matters as much as we could. And I will tell you, the success of my life is leverage. Is couple of my partners are here. They can tell you, and I will explain more about the easiest way to use leverage. You're gonna see it in a moment. Leverage can help you save time. It can help you save money, gain expertise, and more. But how does leverage work, and how can you make it work for you? What is leverage? To really get the heart of what leverage can accomplish, it is critical to understand that it is critical. I know my time is almost up. I'm going to make it round off so soon. Pardon me, please. So it is critical to understand that many different types of leverage in business, to understand many different types of leverage in business and life. There's what we call financial leverage, where you leverage other people's money. You don't have the financial wherewithal. So, but you need to source for funds. Maybe you want to crowdfund. You are into real estate. You are into businesses. You crowdfund other people's leverage, so that that can give you added advantage, or to achieve and actualize your goal, your overall objective of the business. We have operating leverage too, a form of financial leverage. Operating leverage, of course, when your operating expenses are fixed. Okay, you try to minimize. For instance, instead of you starting up a business, you already have somebody who has an office, a very big office, and you just walk up to the person. Can we, instead of you setting up your own office or buying up your renting your own office, Just walk up to the person. They share apartment nowadays concept. It's out there. Take advantage of it to minimize your expenses. We have time leverage. Time is the scarcest resources. Yet we all trade it away every day when we go to work. Time leverage is therefore one of the most important kinds. One of the most important kind. It means using other people's time to accomplish your task, and that is what makes Dangote who he is. Other people's time. You know, number of people that are working for Dangote, help him to achieve his goal, meeting his bottom line. Can you leverage? Can you delegate the job to the staff? Can you use technology, leveraging on technology to solve the problem, save more time for you? You have to learn to increase your time leverage. Then personal leverage. Personal leverage has to do with building relationship. When you surround yourself with the right people and use those connections to get things done, you are using the power of leverage in the best business way. What are benefits of leverage? Building wealth is part of it. Growing your business, increase productivities. Another form of leverage is the internet. You have to learn to digitize your business. This is an online space. This is an era of digital, this is a digital era. So how best can you use Google Analytics to search what the problems, to even identify the kind of business you can do? Google Analytics will help you to search, to help you pinpoint what majority in your locality they are looking for, the problem they want to be solved. With the help of Google Analytics, you can see vast majority of number of people that are looking for, that niche. It may be, you might think to be in a certain business within your locality, and that may not be what the people are looking for. The vast majority of people want the problem they wanted to be solved, or they want to have you solved for them. Can you see that? We have accounting software. Some of us, the budgeting I mentioned earlier, or cash flow, the accounting software will do that for you. Operational software will do that for you, helping you handle the customer service with the help of AI and the likes. And then we have the sharing economy. That is the industry that made me who I am. I remember the book written by Robert Kiyosaki. He said the business of the 21st century, where you need to learn apprenticeship, where you need to learn entrepreneurship with little cost and leverage on all the expertise of the expertise or components within that industry. Amazing. And today, I can tell you what God has done for me is leveraging on the multi-level marketing industry. We call it sharing economy, especially in the area that I would love. I would have known the technology I am using today. I would have had vast knowledge. The knowledge I have today, I would have had it if not for this industry that connects with people and that connects the right opportunity on my path. On this note, I want to draw the curtain. I know I've spent so much time. I sincere apology, spending beyond much more than the time allocated for me tonight. Thank you so much. And over to you, Engineer Fola. Thank you. God bless you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Lekon Yakubu, for this great insights that you've given us today in this special training. I want to believe that almost everybody have gotten something to learn from this webinar today. These are very great insights that can, set someone on a very great course when it comes to business handling. All right, at this point, I want to open the floor to everyone. People that, if you have a question concerning what Mr. Lekon Yakuba has shared with us tonight, you can come up with your questions. Or if you have any questions concerning business generally, you can actually come up with that. When we're done with that, I think we can have a brief comment from the CEO before we proceed to the next thing. But right now, we should ask our questions. So if you have a question, kindly unmute your mic and ask a question, or you can type the question out. We'll see it and read it out. Thank you so much.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Yeah, my name
Go
is
ahead, Mr. Ayo.
my name is Mr. Ayo. But Mr. Leko, thank you so much for this expose you give to us this evening. I really enjoyed it. Now, this is my question. What advice do you have for someone who wants to start a business? The person has never been in business, he has never done any business, is a starter, and the person is able to raise some capital. Don't forget the business person has ever done it before, doesn't even have any idea. But he has a fund. What advice will you give such a person on how to start that business? Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for that question. If you look at one of the points I enumerated, I talk about um, systems of advantage, you know, and system of advantage will give you a leverage.
Sorry, Mr. Lekon, we are not hearing you again.
You know, with their little resources, with their scarce resources, they venture into such businesses and they get funding.
Sorry, Mr.
They get the
Lekon, sorry
funding.
to cut you, but you might want to come over again because at a point we lost you. We were not hearing you. So we didn't hear you all through this time.
Okay, okay. Can you hear me clearly now, sir?
Yes, we can hear you very clearly now.
Okay, what I'm saying is that somebody who has no experience at all needs to be under the tutelage of a successful um, business organization, under a successful mentor, so to speak. A successful mentor. You have a particular business that you want to do, and you have already seen somebody doing that business. What you need to do, learn to use system of advantage. Okay, leverage on the expertise of a successful person in that particular business you want to do. Don't just venture into that business because you have little resources. Okay, and you want to go and try. You want to all what you want to do is try and error. It is said that more than 90% of startup businesses, according to Forbes, they failed in their formative age. More than 90% of startup businesses failed in their formative age. So why should you go into uh, something that the odds is already against you, that the odds is against you? Because the chances of you starting up a business newly, the chances of your survival is very slim. It's 10%. Less than 10%, as a matter of fact. So why should you put in your scarce resources into it? The first thing is to learn, be under the apprenticeship, use a system of advantage. Somebody is already successful, learn under that person. Okay, and with the opportunity, if the person gives you the opportunity to learn, he will give you so many opportunities. So many opportunities will be available to you. The kind of his customer base that he has, the supplier base he has, the trade secret, what we call trade secret. Okay, you will learn so many things from him, and the experience alone is an asset to you. So I think that is the best way of starting. Before you venture into something, okay, you need to have knowledge of it. And reading on the internet is not enough. Yes, that can help you to a larger extent. But submit yourself. You can go and work in a business, okay, and become a paid employee, a business that you love to do. Get to know the nitty-gritty of the business, okay, before you start on your own. Because the odds are against you in business if you are starting, if you are a starter, if you are a startup. According to Forbes, it is said that more than 90% businesses failed in their formative age. Within the age of 1 to 3 or 5 years, they failed. More than 90%. So the chances of you surviving or succeeding in that business is very slim. I hope I've been able to answer your question, sir. So you need to be under the tutelage of somebody. Use a system of advantage.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Lekon. That I believe that answer was very explicit. So I believe Mr. Ayo has already gotten the response, perfect response. So those of us that still have questions to ask, I'd like us to signify with the raising of our hand so that we can know how many people know how to proportionately, allocate time for everyone. So if you have a question, kindly raise up your hand so that we can identify you. While we are going about that, I would just like to throw in a question for the benefit of so many others that might want to learn. Okay. So now I believe Mr. Yakubu will be able to do a very good justice to that. Okay. Now the question has to do with partnership, leveraging on partnership. How can somebody be able to leverage on partnership? That's the first side, and also be able to identify the right partnership, for his business. Okay, the person already have information about the business, he knows what to do, but partnership is very, very important. Maybe there are some things that you really don't have that somebody else has. It might be partnership of expertise, it might be partnership in funding or financing or different kind of partnership like that, and be able to choose the right partnership, because many times people go into partnership, then in the long run they run into issues, concerning the kind of partnership they choose or um, how they went about doing the partnership. So I'd like you to throw some kind of light on that, you know,
All right.
for
Thank thank you, sir. Hope you can hear me clearly.
yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Okay, beautiful. Very good questions. Fortunately, in Nigeria, most partners